Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. It is ring night here at the Newman Gymnasium. Husson men's basketball, the back-to-back North Atlantic Conference champions, back in action after a long offseason. Scrimmage against the University of Maine, scrimmage against the University of Southern Maine. Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys here with you, high above the parquet. Eagles, big season coming up. Back-to-back conference championships. Again, they're celebrating their 2024-25 season where they won the North Atlantic Conference with a 20-7 record. Big season on tap here for the Eagles. A couple big losses. We talked to Coach Caruso pregame, and the likes of Scott Lewis, Riles Neff, Jeremy Maranta, and Hamza Abdul Rahman. There's two of them down behind the bench. But 5 minutes here are up on the clock. Again, we'll get to lots of keys to the game throughout. Again, Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys here for the season opener, home opener for the Husson University men's basketball program, wearing their home whites against University of Maine at Fort Kent. They're wearing their green road jerseys with yellow trim. We will send it down to the court for the ring ceremony, along with other starting lineups and what else here this evening. We'll see you in a minute. And welcome back to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Again, thank you for joining us here on a beautiful Monday night. Well, I don't know if it's beautiful because it wasn't raining when I got here, but it was raining when friends got here. But whatever. It's basketball season opener. It's a great day. So, about 3 minutes left on the clock. Again, we'll run through a little bit of extracurriculars, so may say. Big season last year for the Eagles, like we mentioned. 23-10 on the season, 12-1 in North Atlantic Conference play. Lots of members of the team got their rings from that season just moments ago. Down on the court, with still spring training. It's still preseason for us. Season opener, still spring training for us here. But big pieces that are returning: Eric Ehlers, Gil Matondo, Andre McCauley, Ty Hankey, Tope Alau, Connor Heel, Dylan Burpee, all guys that were big pieces of the team last year. Eric and McCauley and Ehlers both were injured for most of the season, so it's good to see those two back healthy, ready to roll. But again, Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys up here with you. But this team ranked first in the North Atlantic Conference preseason poll, so big season. The conference thinks they're going to have a big season. It's going to be interesting to see guys like Jeremy Maranta, who's down on the floor. He was here tonight celebrating. Riles Neff, Scott Lewis, three big pieces of the offense from last year, all not here as they graduated. But we talked to Coach Caruso, like I mentioned, pregame about an hour ago. Some highlights that he mentioned is that this team has to be very strong defensively. They could be one of the best defensive teams that Coach Caruso has coached in his career. Coach Caruso has been here a long time, 32nd season at the helm of the Eagles. This Fort Kent team averaging 95 points a game. One of the better offensive teams in the NAIA, team that's looking to jump to NCAA play. Good look team for the Bengals, led by Sam Williams, 25.3 points. Points per game for the guard for Fort Kent. So that's going to be a name to watch on the other side. Again, I would love to see how Eric Ehlers plays, how Andre McCauley plays, as those two guys were both big pieces that didn't get to play much last year due to injury. But we will send it down to the court for starting lineups and national anthem and much more. We'll get back to you just in a matter of moments here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
At this time, we would ask that everyone please rise to your able, remove your caps, and honor America with the playing of our national anthem by the Husson University Pep Band. And now, let's meet today's starting lineup. First for the Bengals, a junior from Lenore, California. Number 0, Donovan Johnson. A junior, also from Lenore, California. Number 1, DeAndre Johnson. A junior from Hopkins, Minnesota. Number 8, Antonio Speed. A junior from Las Vegas, Nevada. Number 10, Sam Williams. And a senior from Raleigh, North Carolina. Number 24, Drew Rogers. UVA Sports Network is coached by John Mandeville in his second season. He is assisted by Tetsuya Sasaki. And now, today's starters for the Husson University Eagles. At guard, a freshman here in Dallas, Florida. Number 1, Christian Smith. At forward, a senior from St. Pete, Florida. Number 4, Eric Taylor. At forward, a senior from Atlanta, Georgia. Number 15, Bill Matondo. At guard, a junior from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Number 20, Andre McCauley. And at forward, a senior from Husson, Maine. Number 23, Ty Hankey. The head coach of the Husson University Eagles in his third second season is Warren Caruso. He is assisted by John Clark, Justin Thompson, Matt Shea, Luke Caruso, and Kyle Fisher.
Welcome back into the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Again, Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys with you up here. Ty Hankey going to get the opening tip duties for Coach Warren Caruso and this Husson University Eagles team. Eagles in white going right to left. Hankey and Speed with the tip. Won by the Bengals in the season is now underway. DeAndre Johnson plays it to Williams. Williams at the top of the key, guarded by Gil Matondo. Matondo working the defensive end. Williams goes up with one and gets it. Tough basket there for Sam Williams, the man averaging 25 points a game. Matondo is going to play it out to Ehlers. Ehlers is going to open the season with a bang! Eric Ehlers, welcome back to the court. And the Eagles take a 3-2 lead here with just 30 seconds into the one. Williams, top of the key. Dribble handoff to DeAndre Johnson. DeAndre Johnson thought about it. Plays it out to Drew Rogers. Rogers over to Williams. Williams looks for an option. Drives with the left hand. Gets the block. Stops. Goes up with one. And pulled down by Eric Ehlers. Good defense there by Matondo. Christian Smith, the freshman, working to start the break. Plays it to Ehlers. You can't leave that man open. And it hits the back iron. Christian Smith now. Smith has that one stolen by Donovan Johnson. Drew Rogers is going to take the ball up the court now with the left hand. He's going to dribble, hand it off. Donovan Johnson back to Rogers. Rogers with the left-handed shot goes up and does not get the friendly roll. Ehlers pulls down his second one of the night. Ehlers crossing the midcourt line. Chest pass to Andre McCauley. McCauley goes behind the back. Kicks it out to Hankey. Hankey over Matondo. Wide open. Can't get it to go. Speed. Using his speed to get back up the court. Donovan Johnson back to Speed. Speed goes up and gets it to go. The Bengals have the lead.
And Husson's defense is going to have a tough task here early on. Fort Kent getting some buckets, but this offense so far for Fort Kent this season averaging about 97 points per game. Really good offense.
McCauley hits the big corner three, and the Eagles give themselves the lead. Drew Rogers Dribble handoff to Donovan Johnson. Johnson goes in, spins, floater with the right hand. No good. Pulled down by Eric Ehlers. Ehlers working the left-handed dribble. Plays it to Matondo. Matondo wide open from the wing. Can't get it to go. Good effort from Smith. Can't pull it up. DeAndre Johnson swings it over to Donovan Johnson. Back to his brother. And hits the three. DeAndre Johnson.
Little brother and brother connection there. Playing point guard and shooting guard. That's going to be a good pivotal drive for Fort Kent to get those brothers involved early.
Hankey dribbles with the right hand. Takes the bump. Goes up with it. Can't get it to go. Can't pull down his own rebound. Speed. Crossover. Stolen away there by Andre McCauley. Poked out. Christian Smith plays it to McCauley. McCauley goes up with the right hand. Nice easy two off the glass. And we have a whistle as it's, I believe that's DeAndre Johnson down there. Very light bench as it is for Coach John Mendeville and the Fort Kent Bengals. Ethan Daigle, sophomore from Fort Kent, enters the contest. He had 5 minutes in their last contest against UMaine Augusta. So 8-7 lead, just under 17 minutes to go in the opening half of the 25 season. Rogers crossover dribble. Crosses the midcourt line. Plays it to Speed. Speed gets it to Donovan Johnson. Back to Antonio Speed. Speed from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Rogers pulls down a rebound. And throws it all the way to the far corner where Ty Hankey catches it. Back from Smith. Can't get it to go. Short. The outlet pass to Sam Williams. And he's going to throw it into the student section.
Couple of good hustle plays from both sides. It'll be Husson's ball going their way now.
Smith. One-handed pass to Ehlers. Ehlers dribble handoff to Matondo. Matondo has that one stolen by Williams. Daigle on the break. Goes up. And put back by Speed. And Ehlers took a hard fall. Ehlers back up. Little grimace. But Ehlers will stay in the game. .16:01. Fort Kent has a 9-8 lead here early. Again, if you're just joining us, Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys with you here in the nest. McCauley will run the offense. He'll hand it off. Quick pass from Ehlers to Smith. Caught Smith off guard. And good defensive poke there from Christian Smith, but it goes out of bounds, and Fort Kent will retain possession.
And you expect Husson to kind of come into this game trying to knock some rust off. Obviously, season opener for them. This isn't, however, for UMaine Fort Kent. They've already played a couple of games.
Williams to Speed, back to Williams. Williams is going to shoot from the corner. In and out. Pulled down by Hankey. McCauley gets past Daigle, and he's going to be fouled. First foul of the day. First foul of the season. Couple substitutions coming in. Pierce Walston, freshman from Bangor, Maine. Orono, Maine, excuse me. He's going to get some action here early in the season along with Connor Heald. Another big piece returning. Talked to Coach Caruso. He said 13 of all 13 returned from last year that were eligible to return. The cross-court pass from Walston is tipped down. He was looking for Heald on the far side. Williams brings up the ball. He's going to go to the right hand. Takes a bump, goes up, and he's going to get fouled, and he's going to head to the line.
It's going to be tough trying to contain Sam Williams today coming into the season. Again, not a big sample size, but averaging 25 points per game. We're going to see different type of matchups on him.
Williams heading to the line. First time of the season that someone has been to the line. Williams coming into the game 95% from the stripe. Now it's going to be even better after he made that first one.
Almost gimmies at that point.
Second one up and good. Williams 21 for 22 on the season from the stripe. Cross-court pass there from Walston to Henke. Henke makes a move on Rogers. He's going to go up and under and get it to go. Ty Henke getting on the board here. Eagles still down 1 with 15 minutes to go in the opening half of the season. Williams, dribble handoff to Rogers. Rogers going to run in. He's going to get fouled. And it'll be coming out on the baseline. Andre McCauley picking up his first foul of the season. Williams going to take the out-of-bounds inbound pass. He's going to find Daigle. Daigle working on Connor Heald. Good defensive guard for Coach Caruso. Donovan Johnson. Johnson spins, loses it. Stolen away by Matondo. Matondo finds Walston. Walston bounced past to McCauley. McCauley goes up with the right hand, and it's good. But a foul. So it'll be an and one, and Andre McCauley will head to the line for the first time in the young campaign.
And Pierce Walston starts that play. The good defensive play to block the shot. And it was a 3-on-2. Good little bounce pass. And McCauley has the chance here for the and one.
Andre McCauley, career 75% free throw shooter from the line. And he will start the season at 100%. Got a whistle and a timeout for Coach Mendeville. He's going to take a full timeout, and we're going to take a full timeout with him. We'll see you in a minute. 13-11, Eagles lead, 14:41 left here in the first half. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Currently, Andre McCauley leads the Eagles with 5 points. Of the guys remaining on the floor, Dylan Burpee getting some first action of the season. He's going to get tested early, and the tip-in lay goes in for Sam Williams, and the game is tied up. Burpee finds Walston. Walston to Matondo. Matondo back to Walston. Eagles swinging the ball around. Finds a wide open Connor Heald. Bang! Connor Heald wide open from the corner.
That's not a guy Fort Kent's going to want to leave open for too long. He'll make you pay.
Daigle kicks it. DeAndre Johnson back into the game. Airballs that one. Good work from Walston. He's going to find McCauley. McCauley's going to go up with the right. Bang! Let's go! Pierce Walston finding Andre McCauley. Good defensive stand there from the freshman.
You can see kind of the energy he brings to this Husson squad defensively and then obviously offensively with that sweet assist.
Williams going to try and go to work on Matondo. Finds Donovan Johnson. Johnson can't get it to go. Heald finds Burpee. Burpee goes up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Antonio Speed. Williams now working the 2-on-1 with Rogers. Rogers with the left hand, scoop shot, good. Walston gonna quick break, finds Connor Heald, and they can't just leave him open like that, Nolan.
No, right now it's a fast-paced type of game. Both squads getting what seems to kind of be easy buckets right now. Connor Heald's second three of the game.
Rogers working the right hand, finds it, mid-range shot, no good, pulled down by Walston. Finds Burpee on the beautiful over-the-shoulder pass. Back to Walston. Walston, right hand to Connor Heald. Heald's going to slow the pace down now. Matano going to get into the paint. Floater, can't go. Gets his own rebound. Kicks it to Connor Heald. And goes off the top of the backboard. And Fort Kent will take over. Charlie Katsiafikis will check in for Andre McCauley.
Yeah, we talked to head coach Warren Caruso today about him and kind of the role he's taken as a great captain on this team, a good Volker leader.
Fort Kent bringing up the ball. It's Daigle with the left hand, working on the freshly entered Katsiafikis. Williams now on Katsiafikis. Bumps, goes up with the right, can't get it to go. Pulled down by Dylan Burpee. Burpee gets Williams to hop up in the air. Deflected. Matano's going to try and save it. Walston with an effort, can't get there. Ball on the deck. Daigle throws it to Burpee. Burpee going to go up and get it to go. Couldn't completely throw it down, but we'll give it to him. Rogers looking for an option. Turns it right over. Swing. Katsiafikis from the wing. Bang!
And Husson right now on a massive run. They take a double-digit lead for the first time in this game.
Williams trying to get the game going again. Speed underneath the basket. It's going to get fouled by Dylan Burpee. So it'll count in. Antonio Speed will head to the line.
And that'll silence this Husson crowd a little bit here.
Eric Ehlers back into the game for Gil Matondo and DeAndre Johnson after experiencing what looked to be a cramp. Heads back into the game for the Bengals. Speeds, free throw, no good. Pulled down by Connor Heald. Speed heading into this one was 22.2% from the line. Walston finds Katsiafikis. Back to Heald. Heald down low for Eric Ehlers. Ehlers cross-court pass to Burpee. Over to Walston. Walston now cross-court. Touch pass. Katsiafikis with 10 on the clock. Gets it to go from the wing. Charlie Katsiafikis.
Right now, Husson's got some outside shooters that are just not missing at the moment. Fort Kent's got to do a better job at being able to close out a little quicker.
Bounce pass to Speed and the layup is good. Quick break now. Walston finds Heald. Heald going up strong with the right. Can't get it to go. Pulls down his own rebound. He's going to go up with the left, but it's going to be fouled. He will be fouled down low, so it'll come out of bounds. 29-19, 10:45 to go here in the first half.
And that was the best case scenario for Fort Kent. As Held had a couple of guys on the outside wide open, or he could have went back up and got a shooting foul.
Burpee in the corner. Finds Walston. Katsiafikis, ball over his head. Dribbles and kicks it. Over to Heald. Over to Burpee. Back to Heald. Good ball movement by the Eagles. And Connor Heald puts one into the basket. Daigle also checking back in. DeAndre Johnson deep from three, and he'll get it to go.
Much needed bucket for Fort Kent. Cut it down to a single-digit lead now.
Ehlers creates some space and goes off the front rim. And a foul there. And it'll go against Pierce Walston. Excuse me, Dylan Burpee. Tope Alau checking into the ball game for the first time this season. Allow played in 29 games, with 24 of them coming off the bench, averaging 8 points off the bench. So a good bench piece for Coach Warren Caruso. Drew Rogers. Good save there from Donovan Johnson. Sam Williams goes in strong with the left hand, and he's going to get fouled there by Connor Heald. And Sam Williams will head to the line.
Sam Williams is going to do whatever he can to get this team some points, or that's going to the line, shooting buckets of his own or playmaking. You look at the 25 points per game, but he also has 4 assists, leads the team in that category as well.
First free throw up and good in this trip. He went 2 for 2 the first time to the line. Sam Williams in Fort Kent's last game was a 125-112 overtime loss to the Moose of UMaine Augusta. 31 points, 9 rebounds. He's going to get that free throw to go. Tope Alau going to run the offense with the white arm sleeve, just covering the forearm on the left side. Heald, ball over his head. Finds Katsiafikis. Ehlers, he can shoot from anywhere, and he's going to make him pay.
A little bit too much room. Antonio Speed was given Ehlers there.
Williams backing down. Kicks it to Speed. Speed. And he's going to walk a mile with that one. He's going to travel.
One of the big keys to the game for the Husson Eagles and head coach Warren Caruso was to, stay disciplined, but win the rebound and turnover game right now. And I think they're doing that.
Ball working for the Eagles now is Andre McCauley. He's going to find a wide open Tope Alau underneath the basket.
What a feed. Andre McCauley to Tope Alau, all alone in the basket.
Drew Rogers is going to walk with that one, thinking he was James Harden.
Hey, well, I'll tell you, who looked like maybe Chris Paul was Andre McCauley on that last assist.
Tope Alau. Crossover dribble. Going to find Katsiafikis. Katsiafikis threw it behind McCauley. Little miscommunication there. Donovan Johnson finding Speed. Speed with the left hand. He's going to cross over to the middle. Finds Williams. Fort Kent trying to get some offense going. And Johnson's going to be fouled by Tope Alau. His first of the contest. Some good scoring on the side of the Eagles. 4 guys with over 5 points here this afternoon.
Spreading the wealth. That's what you want to see if you're head coach Warren Caruso.
And Fort Kent going to work the offense with Drew Rogers. Rogers works in with the left hand, and he's going to get it to go. Tough finish there from Drew Rogers. And Fort Kent cuts the deficit to 10. Ty Hankey from the wing. Can't get it to go. Daigle pulls down the rebound. Daigle's first rebound of the night. Sam Williams spins, finds an opening. Rogers from the wing with the left-handed shot. No good. Tip in from Sam Williams. Showing why he is one of the better players in the state.
And this Fort Kent team is not bad when it comes to shooting threes on the season. 37.3%.
The elusiveness there from Tope Alau, finding the empty space. Pulling down a rebound. Speed. Bounce pass to Daigle. Daigle's going to get fouled, and it's going to be an and one opportunity. So a chance for Fort Kent to cut the lead down to 7. DeAndre Johnson replacing Drew Rogers. Christian Smith back in for Charlie Katsiafikis. Christian Smith, Pierce Walston, 2 guys that Coach Caruso highlighted in our pregame meeting. And a timeout called, the first one of the season for Coach Caruso. it'll be a full timeout. So 60 seconds. We'll see you in 60. Eagles lead by 7 on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Eagles lead by 7. Here we're in the season opener, home opener, for the back-to-back North Atlantic Conference champions. Christian Smith out there with Ehlers, McCauley, Henke, and Allow. Christian Smith takes the inside jumper. There to the first collegiate points for Christian Smith. Donovan Johnson trying to use the speed, hands to Williams. Foul. That's going to go against Christian Smith. His first. Andre McCauley was called for it. So Sam Williams heading back to the line. Again, not a guy that you kind of want to keep sending to the line with how automatic he is from the stripe. Hits another one.
Thought you were going to work in a little announcer's jinx right there.
I'm trying.
Yeah, definitely somebody, going to have to be very careful defending him.
He's just automatic from that charity stripe.
They are called free throws.
McCauley wide open from the wing off the back iron. Can't get it to go. Daigle finding Sam Williams. Williams, 14 points, a game high. He's going to look to get some more. Pulled down by Ty Henke. Henke finding McCauley, the fast break offense now. Quick speed going up with the right hand as McCauley can't get it to go. The tip up from Allow can't go. Ehlers thought about it. McCauley from the corner. Back to Ehlers from the wing. Off the front iron, pulled down, but it's an offensive foul on Tope Allow. Gil Matondo about to check back in. He's going to check in for Tope Allow.
And you go back to Sam Williams, he's been so great for Fort Kent. He's got, about half their points. So if Husson can try to somehow shut him down and neutralize him, it should open the gates for Husson.
Sam Tebow checking in for the first time, the freshman from Madawaska, Maine. Daigle airballs the free throw. Fort Kent in the bonus, so every foul until 10 will be a 1-and-1 opportunity. Christian Smith kicks it to Henke. Henke slings it to Matondo. Matondo gonna drive, kick. McCauley from the corner. Can't get it to go. Williams gonna push the pace. He's gonna slip. He's gonna find Donovan Johnson though. Johnson bounce pass to DeAndre Johnson. Back to Donovan. From deep three, no good. Tebow pulls down the rebound. Tebow kicks Daigle from the 3. Can't get it to go. And it's going to go out on Gil Matondo. So Fort Kent will take over. Rogers and Speed checking back in. Again, very short bench for the Bengals here this afternoon.
Sam Williams did a really good job on Matondo there to box out, not touch the ball. And for that, Fort Kent's got possession again.
Williams from the elbow, kicks really deep 3 from DeAndre Johnson, and it's nothing but net. Christian Smith trying to get those points back. He's going to kick to Ty Hankey in the corner. Hankey makes a move. Going to kick to Matondo. Matondo wide open from the wing. No good. Good rebound there from Christian Smith. Look at the freshman go.
Freshman from Florida. Really good guard. He played varsity as an 8th grader. So even when he was younger, he had this type of talent.
Williams in the corner in front of the Eagle bench. Working on Matondo. Now switched. Eagles switch on him. Thought about it. Rogers is going to mid-range shot. Nothing but net. Beautiful shot there from the lefty. Christian Smith going to work the pace. He's going to go in, and that basket's going to be waved off as the foul happened beforehand. Pierce Walston and Donovan Johnson checking back in. Walston replacing McCauley. Smith from the corner, a little too strong. Ehlers pulling down the rebound. Walston gets the put back to go. The 2 freshmen are cooking here this evening in their collegiate debuts. Speed, crossover, kicks to Rogers. Rogers thought about it. He's going to give it back to Speed. Speed from the wing, off front iron, pulled down by Matondo. Matondo going to try and push the pace. Kicks to Ehlers. Ehlers thought about it, gets it back to Matondo. Matondo goes up with the left. Good. Timeout on the floor. It'll be called by Coach Mendeville. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll stay right here. 4:21 remaining, Eagles up by 8. Nolan, what have you liked so far?
The pace right now has been, insanely fast. Both teams, each way. I like how, Husson hasn't really turned the ball over too much. I think, head coach Warren Caruso would like the number that's at. They're hitting their shots. Defensively, I think right now, just, try to stay as disciplined as you can. No reach-in fouls. Try to prevent, fouling. And, for Fort Kent, I think they've just got to hit their shots. They have to hit the ones that are wide open. The fact that I think they've missed some that they should have made, and they're still only down by 8, Fort Kent's in a good position.
Eagles shooting 51% from the floor, 19 of 37. Fort Kent shooting just under 47%. Same unit out there for the Eagles and Coach Caruso. Donovan Johnson finds Williams, and it gets it back. Fort Kent going to try and work the offense, down by 8 with 4 minutes remaining. Rogers finding Williams. Williams, handoff to Donovan Johnson. He can shoot it, and it's going to go off the front back iron. Matondo, crossover, works in, kicks to Ehlers. Ehlers from the corner. Tried for a bank shot, couldn't get it to go. Walston gets the rebound, finds Hankey. Matondo kicks to Ehlers. Ehlers from the wing. Can't get it to go. Matondo pulls down the rebound. Long possession. Hankey, crossover. Going to find Walston. Walston's going to get the ball back. 10 on the shot clock. Spin from Walston. He's going to go up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Matondo figures it out. Gets his own rebound and puts it in.
At that point, he's just stat padding. About 4 offensive rebounds from Matondo. With that many offensive chances, somebody was bound to be.
Daigle has it stripped from Ehlers. Walston works the 3-on-2 to Smith. Smith gets it to go. Tag team action from Smith and Walston.
About as perfect as a transition basket gets right there.
Rogers working on Matondo. Rogers, right hand, crossover. Pulls up from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Did not hit the rim at all. Walston now going to push the pace. No look pass to Henke from the wing. Nothing but net. Ty Henke. Timeout on the floor. 53-38, 2:47 remaining.
And it's not going to go, you look at the points for Walston and only 2 points, but you have to look at the playmaking, the defensive abilities that the young freshman has. I mean, he's playing lights out.
Walston Smith, 2 freshmen that Coach Caruso highlighted and had very positive words to say before the game. Those 2 have really shown what they're made of here in the first half. Their first collegiate half, they look like vets. 53-38 the lead after a big run from the Eagles. Eagles on a 13-2 run in the last 3 minutes. 11-0 in the last 2 minutes. Same 5, Smith, Henke, Ehlers, Walston, and Matondo. DeAndre Johnson is out there with his brother Donovan Johnson, Speed, Daigle, and Rogers. So Sam Williams is going to take a seat for the first time this evening.
Much deserved rest for him. It's been a really pivotal point in Fort Kent's offense.
Daigle with the Bengals down 15 with 2:30 to go. Hand off to Rogers. Rogers going to pull up from the wing. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Walston. Walston gets tripped up, but he's going to stay on his feet. Walston kicks it to the corner for Smith. Smith from the corner. No good. Rebound there from Donovan Johnson. Walston was poking at it. Kicks to Rogers. Rogers spins. Works on Matondo. Blocked by Matondo, but it's a foul.
I mean, that's as good as defense as you're going to get. I think that could go either way. Looked like a block, but couldn't really tell from this angle.
Rogers is going to miss the first one. Rogers shooting at 50% from the stripe coming into this one. Rogers' second one is up and good. 53-39, 2:13 to go. Very good crowd on hand here at the Newman Gymnasium. Again, Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys, Christian Smith. Oh my gosh. Beautiful from the wing is Christian Smith on that shot. Rogers got to work the offense now. Throws it right into the hands of Ty Henke. Henke going to go up and can't get the layup to go. Matondo going to go up. He gets that one stripped. Ty Henke down on the floor. Henke going to get up. He's going to try and walk this one off. Donovan Johnson's going to be called for the foul. Gil Matondo's going to head to the line. Dylan Burpee looking to check in for the Eagles. Matondo heading to the line. 80% shooter last year from the line. Misses that first one off the front iron. Dylan Burpee checking in for Ty Henke. Matondo, second free throw. Goes. So 57-39, under 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Donovan Johnson working on the freshman Walston. Daigle kicks to speed over to DeAndre Johnson. Johnson thought about it, kicks it to Rogers. Rogers left-handed shot from the wing, no good. Pulled down by Walston. Walston gonna try and move the offense. Kicks it to Matondo. Matondo drives in with the left, takes a bump, kicks to Ehlers. Ehlers from the corner, no good. Christian Smith with the effort. He's gonna be called for the foul. And the Bengals are going to head to the line.
not what you would like there if you're Husson. You don't want to give anybody a free trip to the free throw line, but right now I think they have to be really pleased with how this first half went. You have a sizable lead.
So the Bengals in the double bonus now, so every trip to the line for them will be for 2 shots unless it's a 3. Daigle missing the first one. Second one up and good. 17-point advantage for the Eagles with a minute to go. Walston finding Smith. Smith thought about it, kicks to Matondo, over to Burpee, back to Matondo. Matondo makes a move. Going to kick to Walston. Walston thought about it. He's going to pass it to Burpee. Burpee over to Matondo. Matondo from the corner. He stepped out. You can see the displeasure from the Eagle bench. 51 flat remaining here in the first. Walston's going to steal the inbound pass to Matondo. Matondo going to go up. It's going to get stripped. That ball's going to hit out of bounds. And the Bengals are going to take over.
Looks like Matondo wants to go in there with the two-hand slam. His second time he's tried that.
DeAndre Johnson working on Walston from the elbow. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Ehlers. After a little ping-pong action there. Walston bounce pass into the foot. Had a wide open Christian Smith cutting to the basket.
Honestly, a solid IQ type of play by DeAndre Johnson there. Stops what would have been maybe an easy layup for freshman Christian Smith.
Good find there from Walston to Matondo. And the Eagles up 19 with 20 seconds to go. Speed. Cuts over, moves in. It's going to be fouled and one opportunity. So a chance at a three-point play for Antonio Speed.
Much needed for Antonio Speed. We saw him go to the line earlier, missed it. Shooting a little under 22% on the season. You know, these have to seem kind of like must-gets. Every time you take these trips to the free throw line, you have to cash in if you're Fort Kent.
14.2 seconds remaining. Eagles up 59-42. Antonio Speed, again, 22% last year from the line. So far this season, from the line. Speed 0 for 1 from the line today.
I think
got to get a little bit of floor management.
I think one thing Husson's going to look to kind of make some adjustments are into the second half is kind of the fouling issues. Try to stop those because really you think if Fort Kent's been hitting these free throws, you know, that lead wouldn't be as big as it is. So got to imagine with, you know, one of the keys to the game being being disciplined. I think head coach Warren Caruso is going to be really interested to see how, you know, what adjustments he can make to prevent Fort Kent from getting to the line as much as they are.
Fort Kent 9 of 13 from the line. Really severe floor management here.
He's bringing a new court at that point.
Right. Lay down the some new parquet. And now the players are wiping up the floor. So some very severe floor management. Christian Smith cleaning up the duties there.
Can score buckets and as well in his off time probably clean up the floor.
Another missed free throw from Antonio Speed. 10 seconds remaining. See if the Eagles will take the last shot. Walston finding Smith. Smith from the wing over Rogers, and he's going to be fouled. So Christian Smith is going to head to the line for a triple.
I believe he's 1 for 1 so far on the game on free throws. They're not going to say it was a shooting foul, however, even though he was in the shooting motion.
I'd rather see a buzzer beater anyway.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Now Eric Ehlers is going to do a great job at floor management.
This is really,
Multifaceted team.
yeah, I mean,
Coach Caruso has.
I think half of them are going to stay out at halftime and work on the court. But, yeah, I mean.
We'll see them all picking up different pieces. Burpee finding Walston. Walston to Smith. 1 on the clock. He's got to put one up. And he can't get it to go. I don't think it would have counted anyways. But we hit halftime. 59-42. Eagles have a 17-point advantage in the first half of the opening game of the season. Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys here with you, of course. We will be back in a minute. Not a minute, but you get what I mean. We'll see you later. Welcome back into the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I am Jake Collette. I am joined alongside Nolan Humphreys, and we are about to bring you back to action here at the Newman Gymnasium. Second half action just moments away, 2 minutes up on the clock. Eagles lead 59-42. Double-digit points for Andre McCauley, but the wealth has been spread around. Christian Smith with 9, Connor Heald with 8. A couple guys with 6, Gil Matando with 7. The only guy that doesn't have a point coming in, actually, everybody has a point that's touched the floor for the Eagles here tonight. So good work there already. Eagles have gotten 13 points off of turnovers, and the big number, 22 points off of the bench. 10 turnovers for the Bengals, led by Sam Williams with 12 points. 12 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. So he's been solid. He's been as advertised for this Fort Kent team. Nolan, what were your takeaways from the first half, and what do both teams have to do to get a win here in the second?
Yeah, I'll start with, what both teams have to do to get a win. One thing is for Fort Kent, they've got to quit shooting the threes. It's just, nothing's falling for them. They're 3 for 15 right now at a 20% rate. That's just not going to, it's not going to win you this game. Unless you can come back in and drill, 5 for your next 7 or 6 for your next 7, you've got to figure out a way to maybe switch it up. Go to the mid-range. Go to the paint. Quit shooting those threes. And I think for Husson, a big factor, he's trying to draw some fouls, getting to the line. Only 3 free throws in that half compared to Fort Kent's 14 free throws. Try to draw some more fouls. And how both teams can win this game is for Husson, you want to keep this lead, but you don't want to allow Fort Kent to go on that run, that 10-0 run, that 8-0 run, that kind of sparks a comeback for them. So stay as defensive as you can, stay disciplined, win the rebound and turnover battle. And for Fort Kent, you've got to kind of connect on those threes that you're going to shoot. They're going to shoot more because they're down a lot here, so it just makes sense for them to come into the second half, shoot more threes, just try to connect on them.
Eagles will start with the ball here in the second half. Ehlers, Smith, Matondo, Henke, and McCauley, the starting 5, back out on the court for Coach Warren Caruso. The Johnsons, Rogers, Williams, and Speed out there for Coach Mendeville. We are underway here in second half action. Ehlers at the elbow. It's going to kick to Ty Henke. Henke finds a cutting Gil Matondo, but the tip goes right to Andre McCauley. Pass over the head of Williams. Smith goes through the legs, drives baseline, kicks to Matondo, and it's going to go out of bounds into the cheer squad, who's going to get the action here in the second half.
Yeah, that right there was some really good, solid team defense by Fort Kent. You want to cut into this lead, that's the way you need to play defense.
Williams driving with the right hand, kicks it out to Rogers from the corner, and he's going to hit it. He's going to tell Nolan to be quiet.
Hey, if he hits them, I'll stop talking about the threes. If they hit them.
McCauley almost loses it. No look pass to Henke from the wing. Bang! Nothing but net. Ty Henke.
And Henke matches it exactly how you want to respond if you're Husson.
Donovan Johnson.
They're similar.
I know. One's got tattoos on the arm. One's got them on the legs. Wide open layup from Sam Williams. Missed. And the Eagles are going to have a break. Shovel pass to Matondo. Matondo up and under. Good to go. 30-second timeout for Coach Caruso. Not happy with the defense on the other end.
Completely off topic, but looking at the Johnson brothers, they also have the same exact location of their tattoo is right arm and then I believe left leg. So only way you can tell them apart is really the accessories that they're wearing, the leg sleeve and then arm sleeve.
One of the first fiery timeout of the year for Coach Caruso. Many more to come.
Wanting to play a little bit better defensively. A little bit of a slow start coming out into this one.
64-45. We are just underway here in the second. Here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Jake Willett, Nolan Humphreys with you. In the Eagles' nest, high above the court. Williams Good, very good defense there from Gil Matondo. Williams is going to drive all the way in, and he's going to get fouled there by Matondo.
Yeah, Williams just a really hard player to play against. You see why he averages so many points. He's able to draw those fouls, get to the line, set up plays like this. Also leads his team in assists as well as points. So kind of been a go-to guy for Fort Kent.
Layup from Johnson, no good. Williams. McCauley going to take the break now. He's going to kick up top to Matondo. Matondo going to get to the elbow. Jump shot, no good. Pulled down by DeAndre Johnson. He throws a bad pass to his brother. And DeAndre Johnson is going to foul McCauley. And Andre McCauley is going to head to the line for the 4th and 5th attempts of the night for the Eagles.
Exactly what you want more of in this second half, some free throws. And, Andre McCauley, really good player. Good defensively, good offensively. Led Husson in scoring in that first half and sinks his first free throw.
McCauley with a team lead, 11 points. Second one from the line, up and good. 66-45 the lead for the Eagles. Williams thought about it, kicks it to Donovan Johnson. Johnson back to Williams. Williams from the top of the key finds it.
And ever since I've talked about their three-pointers, I don't think they've missed one. What you want to see from Fort Kent, you want them to have the confidence to fire from beyond the arc, but you also want them to have the confidence to make it to try to cut into this lead of Husson.
Reverse announcer's jinx.
Yeah,
from Nolan here.
They're
Christian
rare.
Smith at the end line. He's going to kick out to Henke, back to Smith. Matondo from the top. Deflected by Williams. Rogers is going to find Williams. Williams is going to go up, and he's going to be fouled. And count it. Three-point play opportunity for Sam Williams, cutting the Eagles' lead to 16. Williams 6 for 6 from the line in the first half. And he's going to miss it.
There's the announcer's jinx. Not
So
from me.
6 for 7. Only the second missed free throw of the season for Sam Williams. Christian Smith's going to get fouled on the floor. Christian Smith underneath the basket. He's going to find Ehlers. Ehlers, good move. He's going to get stripped, and it's going to be a foul.
Talk about Christian Smith. How big were those freshmen for Husson? Walston was massive. Christian Smith had a really good half as well.
Eric Ehlers going to head to the line for 2 shots. Ehlers hits his first one of the night. Did not see the line in the first half.
.64% free throw shooter last year.
Hits the bottom of the bucket for the second one. Donovan Johnson with the left hand finds Rogers. Rogers using the screen. Spins. Good defense there from Christian Smith. Ehlers now working the pace. He's going to be fouled by Speed. Rogers is going to take himself out of the game. Ethan Daigle checking back in. Henke finding McCauley on the inbound. McCauley finds Ehlers. Ehlers is going to be whistled for a travel.
Husson head coach Ron Caruso talked about kind of winning the rebound battles, winning the turnover battle. They won the turnover battle by 3. Fort Kent had 10 turnovers. Husson had 7. In the rebound battle as well, they won that by 12. They had 31. Fort Kent had 19. So, he's got to be pretty happy looking at those stats. The first half, they won kind of the key, game notes that he wanted to win.
Williams finds it on the right hand, and he heads over 20 points on the night. Matondo kicks to Ty Hankey. Hankey from the corner, in and out. Pulled down by Williams. Williams crossover dribble, spins, gets to the lane. It's going to be fouled. He's going to head to the line.
And Montando with a couple of fouls here. Excuse me, that's going to be on Eric Ehlers. But you got to look at Sam Williams and his ability to just draw the fouls. A lot of his points coming off of free throws.
Williams at the line for 2. Hit his first one. And he's going to hit the second one. McCauley working to the paint. Finds Ehlers. He's going to be fouled. And 1 opportunity for Eric Ehlers.
Ehlers working his way to a double-double in this one. Needs some rebounds to get there.
Ehlers' first one is good. He completes the 3-point play. Williams going to run the offense for the Bengals. Working on the very touted defensive player in Andre McCauley. Ehlers is going to get bumped, and he's going to get the charge. Eric Ehlers putting his body on the deck for the good of the team.
Late call there from the ref. Sam Williams didn't like it. And here we go. Thought we were going to have Ehlers go back to his second part-time job of sweeping the floor. He said maybe next time.
We're not just student athletes here at Husson University. We are also floor managers. McCauley, half spin. He's going to be whistled. There's going to be a whistle on the floor.
I believe it's going to be a travel.
Illegal screen from Eric Ehlers. Looking for an explanation. Speed on the offensive end. Finds Donovan Johnson. Behind the back pass to DeAndre. DeAndre jumps from the top of the key. Couldn't get it to go. Ehlers pulling down the rebound. Matondo now. 3-on-2 action for the Eagles. He's going to take it himself, and he's going to miss the layup spin from Smith. Smith goes up with the right hand, and he's in.
You look at that fast break opportunity right there. There was 3 Fort Kent guys back already on this side when Montando put up that shot on the other end. So if you're Fort Kent and you want to get back into this game, you're going to have to start getting back on defense.
Christian Smith going coast to coast, and he gets fouled. 15 minutes remaining here in the season opening contest. The Eagles up 73-54, 19-point advantage. Christian Smith heading to the line. First one off the back iron. Connor Heel checking in for Gil Matondo. Drew Rogers back in, this time for Donovan Johnson. Second one from Smith is nothing but net. Eagles lead by 20. Rogers. Fresh back into the game. Williams from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Hankey pulls down the rebound. McCauley to Heald. Heald going up strong with the right hand. Good. They call that the home roll. Eagles up by a 20-piece and a soda.
That sounds good right about now.
I know it does. Speed working on Smith. Speed finding Johnson at the top of the key. Johnson kicks out to Daigle. Daigle misses the corner three. McCauley pulling down the rebound. He's going to sneak through a couple players. Hankey, cross pass to Connor Heald. Can't get it to go. Ehlers right spot, right time. Gets it to go. 77-55 now.
And I know he missed that corner three there, but let's talk about points off a fast break. Husson had about 20 in the first half. Fort Kent only had 7. You know, I talked about Fort Kent having to get back on defense, but they really, really do because it cost them in the first half, and right now it's costing them.
Speed's floater misses. Heald working good. Crossover dribble goes up strong. Can't get it to go. Christian Smith couldn't get the follow through. Williams finds Daigle. Daigle goes up, and it goes in.
Good little off balance layup there for Daigle.
Sam Tebow checking back in. Only played a few minutes. Had a cup of coffee in the first half. Walston and Burpee checking in. So it's Ehlers, Walston, Burpee, Heald, and McCauley.
Look for Walston. He's that energizer bunny out there. Really good defensively, good offensively. You know, it's not always going to show up in the box score, but you can really see if you're watching. Number 8 in white.
Ehlers from the line. Can't get it to go. Walston pulls the one down. Heald! And he's going to be called for a charge.
Blocking foul on Daigle.
I swear, I thought he did the whole charge thing. Whatever. Connor Heald to the line.
Husson will take this result versus the other one.
Yeah.
Try to increase the lead here to 22 in the season opener.
Connor Heald hits the top of the backboard. 13:08 left here in the first half. Second half. Rogers. Loses it to Heald. Heald to the basket. And he's got a nice, easy layup. Eagles bench.
The bench wanted a
booing his own teammate. Booing their own teammate.
They wanted a yam, and
Jeremy Maranta behind the Eagles bench also wanted one. Williams kicks it to Rogers. Back out to DeAndre Johnson. Him from the three. Can't get it to go. He's fouled. Air by Heald.
This is a dangerous shooter from beyond the arc. Also a pretty good free throw shooter as well. 87.5% at the stripe on the young season.
Interesting strategy from Fort Kent. Second time now that all 4 players are behind half court on the free throws. DeAndre Johnson misses the first one. Makes the second one. Bryce Tackett into the game for the first time this season.
You can see just Walston down there talking with DeAndre Johnson. Maybe trying to mess him up as they're going back and forth.
Hits the second one. Walston with the ball. Finds Ehlers. Ehlers bounce pass to Heald. Heald spins, kicks out to Tackett. Tackett, first shot of the season. Can't get it to go. Burpee pulls down a strong rebound. Connor Heald from the top of the three. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Eric Ehlers this time. Ehlers finding Heald on the outlet. Resetting the offense now is Bryce Tackett. Walston with 10 on the shot clock. Finding Burpee. Burpee kicks to Tackett in the corner. Makes one man miss. Hops inside. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Daigle. Another strong defense there. Tipped over by Walston. But Fort Kent continues possession. Heald called for the foul on Sam Williams.
Yeah, going back to that last offensive possession for Husson. Really good offense and really good defense, kind of from both sides. Good shots just weren't able to fall for Bryce. But you look at the offensive rebounds, they are getting to the board, crashing in hard. And now Fort Kent at the line here, Sam Williams.
First one is good for Williams. 19 offensive rebounds now in the game for the Eagles. Jason Van Beveren checking in for the first time this season, replacing Eric Ehlers. Speed and Donovan Johnson back into the game.
This is a good time for Husson to get some of those young guys in. Give them some experience.
Free throw there from Williams is good. Walston, crossover dribble. Gonna get to the rack. Pulls down his own rebound. Goes up strong, can't get it to go. Pulled down by Van Beveren. Van Beveren kicking to Burpee. Burpee from the wing, no good. Pulled down eventually there by the Bengals. Rogers takes it to the rack, can't get it to go. Pulled down by Van Beveren. Van Beveren over the overhand pass. Walston into Heald. Heald is going to get the layup to go. 21-point lead now for the Eagles here in the season opener. Rogers going up with the left hand, gets it off the glass to go. And Rogers is going to steal that one. He's going to look from the corner, and he's going to get it to go. A 5-point swing right there for Drew Rogers.
And you got to imagine this is the time kind of Fort Kent needs to put pedal to the metal. They understand Husson threw some guys in that haven't touched the floor yet, so maybe a little rust to them. Fort Kent needs to play tight defense, try to force some turnovers and get some easy buckets the other way.
Van Beveren from the corner. Can't get it to go. Another offensive rebound for the Eagles. Walston finding Burpee, and it's blocked by Speed. Williams is going to be called for, is going to draw a foul.
Down 16 here is Fort Kent.
Foul on Bryce Tackett. First one for him this evening. Williams hits the first half of the 1-and-1. Eagles caught sleeping there.
Just ready to go play some offense. They've been at the free throw line, just sitting there patiently waiting. What seems like all game as Fort Kent's been on the line a lot.
There's the second one for Williams. 83-69 the score. Burpee gonna take it and hit it.
Yeah, he's got that high arc type of shot. Hangs up there for a long time.
Crossover from Donovan Johnson. Finding Tebow. Tebow gonna go up. Can't get it to go. Walston gonna split the defense. Bounce pass to Heald, and he gets it to go. Good ball placement there from the freshman, Walston. Williams is gonna take it coast to coast. Speed pulls down the rebound and gets it to go. Tackett from the wing. Wasn't close. Timeout called there by the assistant coach, Katsuya Sasaki. And it'll be a 60-second timeout. So we will step aside. Eagles lead 88-71 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Welcome back to the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake Willett with Nolan Humphreys, my broadcast partner for the season. Here up in the Eagles' nest, 9:41 remaining, 88-71 the lead for the Eagles.
Yeah, I want to see if Fort Kent here can do whatever they can to cut into the lead a little bit more. Good timeout over there on the Fort Kent bench. Now you got to, really draw up some plays here, play some really good defense. I think for them, you give it to Sam Williams, number 10 in green. Really see what he can do, see if he can drive play for Fort Kent.
Williams crossover dribble. He's going to go up. And it's going to be good defense there by both Burpee and Van Beveren. Now the Eagles are going to go on the offense. Walston stops, gets it to go. Eagles cross the 90-point plateau. DeAndre Johnson now working into the offensive end now. Kicks it to his brother Donovan. Back to DeAndre. DeAndre's going to fire one up and pulled down by Van Beveren. Walston now thought about a shot, didn't take it. Van Beveren at the top of the key to Walston on the wing. Kicks it out to Tackett. Tackett from the corner. No, nothing there. Donovan Johnson working on Tackett. Kicks it into his own bench. So a turnover for the Bengals, down by 29. 19, excuse me, 19. I'm a journalist, not a mathematician. Van Beveren finding Heald over to Walston. Walston's going to take one from the corner. Got it! Pierce Walston from the wing.
He's been all over the game, impacting it in so many ways, whether that's points, assists, defense, rebounds, stuff that doesn't even show up in the box score. He's been a really good player and, in my opinion, the best freshman so far for Husson.
Another freshman coming in, Christian Leone, the first time we see him this season. Another player with Cypress Bay last season, averaging 14 points, hitting 43% of his threes. So a good shooter off the bench here. We'll see what he's made of for Coach Caruso. Guard from Weston, Florida. Good layup there from Speed. I had a college teammate once from Weston. Leone's going to take his first shot, and he's going to get it. Van Beveren, right spot, right time. Now Williams is going to try and push the pace. Moves it to DeAndre. DeAndre using the bank. Even though it's 7:35 on the East Coast, the bank's still open. Van Beveren finding Heald over to Matondo. Matondo working on speed. Matondo drives baseline and throws it behind Van Beveren. DeAndre from deep. Got it!
Cutting the lead to 17 now. Got to continue to do this if you're Fort Kent.
13 points now for DeAndre Johnson. Excuse me. After that three, 16 points. Matondo Kicks it to Walston, back to Leone. Leone over to Heald. Heald from the wing. No good there. Pulled down by Donovan Johnson. Still looking for his first point.
The next bucket that Connor Heald hits will be a new career high for him.
Good layup there from Connor Heald, right as you mention him.
There it is, career high. 20 points on the game so far.
Donovan Johnson still looking for his first bucket, and he's going to get it there. Walston sneaking through the defense like a little snake. Finds Heald, can't get it to go. And out of bounds by Donovan Johnson. Derek Carroll checking in for the first time, the freshman from Humble, Texas. Coach Warren Caruso said about him that he's a versatile guard that can play both spots, and he has good quickness, he shoots the three, and plays defense, and he plays all of the court. So a good player for this freshman class. Van Beveren using his size, kicks it out, and Walston is going to catch the ball right out of bounds, slams it down in frustration. Bad feed there from Rogers, but Daigle keeps it alive. Daigle going to get across the half-court line. Rogers, tight defense there from Carroll, and Carroll's going to get called for the foul. First foul of the night for Derek Carroll. Christian Smith about to check back in. Smith checking in for Walston. Ehlers and Johnson both have 4 fouls. Rogers hits the free throw. First half of the 1-and-1. It's the second one. Both teams in the bonus. So both teams will head to the line on every foul. Van Beveren hands it off to Matondo. Matondo goes through the legs a couple times, finds Smith. Smith kicks to Van Beveren. Van Beveren thought about it, finds Matondo. Matondo over to Leone. Leone from the corner. No good, pulled down by Matondo. Matondo backing down Rogers. Good feed to Leone, back out to Carroll. Carroll from the three, got it! First collegiate points for Derek Carroll, and the Eagles have hit the 100-point plateau.
Exactly what head coach Warren Caruso wants his offense to look like. Grab that rebound, go up under the basket, swing it for the wide open three. Bang.
DeAndre Johnson can't get the find. Carroll can't get the layup to go.
I've actually almost done that a couple of times this game already, so thankfully you did it first.
Yeah. Of course, let the vet do it first. Out of bounds, poked out of bounds by the Eagles, so the Bengals will keep possession. 5:15 to go.
Fort Kent wouldn't mind a DeAndre Jordan, though.
I think Coach Caruso wouldn't mind a DeAndre Jordan. Donovan Johnson from 3, no good. Pulled down by Leone. Leone finding Matondo. Matondo, one of the lone vets. Smith from the corner, no good. Van Beveren tried to tip one up, couldn't get it to go. Out of bounds on Leone. Jerry Grissom checking in for Gil Matondo. Jerry in his senior season played 6 games last year. Shot 40% from the field in those 5 games. So Sam Tebow will head to the line for the Bengals. 2 shots coming for the freshman. Tebow hits the first. Sam Williams and Antonio Speed checking back in. Adam Chafin, the The freshman from Phoenix, Arizona, is going to make his collegiate debut. Very good player in high school. Had 940 career points, had over 100 threes and over 100 blocks. Averaged just about 13.7 rebounds and 4 blocks in his junior season in Arizona. Timeout on the floor. We'll take one too. 100-83, the Eagles lead. We will see you in a minute. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, the Don't Storm the Court announcement just made during break. Leone finding Grissom. Grissom loses the ball. Stolen away by Carroll, and then Rogers gets it right back. Williams working on Grissom. Daigle from the corner. Off back iron. Pulled down by Leone. Carroll finding Smith. Over to Chafin. Chafin's first shot. Good! Adam Chafin, welcome to collegiate basketball, my friend. Ball thrown right off of the arm of Jerry Grissom into the bench of the Bengals. Really?
And you look at Chafin, someone with that size, can kind of do it all. A little bit of an, all-around type of guy. Can defend, can do stuff offensively, really good rebounder. And to be able to have that type of shot on somebody like him, it's something that head coach Warren Caruso is going to really be able to utilize in his offense.
Sam Williams heading the line after the third foul of the night for Christian Smith. One lone clapper in the stands. One guy.
I hear two now. Yeah,
just one guy. Everybody else is dead silent.
We might need to invest in some new mops.
Let's just get one of those, you know how in high school the janitors had
that big sweeping machine?
The big sweeping buffer machine?
Yeah, just after every time.
We'll run that out. Just
run it out like a Zamboni. Yeah, there we go.
Let's get a Boney on here, eh? Williams hits the first half of the 1-and-1 again. Eagles not knowing that it's a 1-and-1.
They just want to play. They want to go down and score.
I know, 103 points with 4 minutes left.
They're just so eager.
Second one hits. It's a young group out there.
4
freshmen and Jerry Grissom. Carroll from the corner hits it! Derek Carroll hits another 3.
They don't play like freshmen.
Williams working on Leone. Speed now. Top of the key. Dribbles. Fade away, loses it in the air. Good defense by Christian Smith. Daigle working into the paint. Finds Rogers. Rogers shoots the 3. Does not hit.
Anything.
And goes out of bounds.
So about 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining here. I want to see if Husson can kind of polish off what's been a really successful day for them.
21-point lead. Smith finding Carroll in the corner. Carroll's going to step out of bounds. Nice finish, though, after the whistle.
Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I thought he was going up to
I thought he was
slam
going to yam it.
Yeah,
I thought we were going to get some slammage.
I don't think we've had a dunk in this contest so far.
Nope, no slamages tonight. Whistle on Leone. So Williams will head back to the line. Sam Williams, 25 points here on the night. 2 20-point scores here this evening. Sam Williams and Connor Heald.
Honestly, it's impressive that Sam Williams has as high of a free throw percentage as he does going to the line, as much as he does. Very, very good shooter. Speaking of that, coming in is DeAndre Johnson for Fort Kent.
Williams at the line, missing the first one. Misses the second one. Unlikely trip to the line. Carroll's going to shoot the mid-range. Good follow through by Leone. And Christian Leone gets his first collegiate points.
A couple of guys making their debuts tonight, getting their first college points.
Williams couldn't pull down the rebound, but Fort Kent. Christian Smith tapping up a little kid down on the first row. That's a moment he won't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Good feed there. And Williams can't hit the layup. Carroll, strong drive, left hand, got it.
I mean, this guy can play early on. Derek Carroll, I don't believe he's missed a shot right now. I believe he's 3 for 3 to start his young career.
Intriguing group of newcomers as Donovan Johnson hits the beautiful floater there. Leone to the basket, left hand, got it! And Sam Williams, excuse me. Too many guys with, very common last names.
Yeah, Williams, Johnson.
Smith.
Yep. Yeah.
Carroll finding Chafin. Chaffin's going to miss that one. Stolen away by Smith. Christian Smith goes up with the right hand. Can't get it to go. Over the head pass there. Leone to Grissom in the corner. No good. Sam Williams works coast to coast. And a foul.
A little bit of sloppy basketball from both sides here. About a minute and a half, a little under that to go in this game.
Charge called on Sam Williams. Christian Smith working the ball up the floor. Leone over to Smith. Down for Chafin. Chafin misses that one. Smith with the tip. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Leone now. Another offensive rebound for this Eagles team. Grissom from the corner. No good. He's going to hit one of these.
He will.
Speed. Nice move.
Good
Gets
move.
it to go.
Great move there by Antonio Speed. Junior forward out of Minnesota.
Carroll loses that one. Goes out of bounds. 49.8 seconds to go. 112-91 the lead for the Eagles. Speed. Gets past Grissom. Kicks to the corner. This time for Donovan Johnson. Johnson into the paint. Over Grissom. Can't get it to go. Pulled down by Leone. About 3.5 seconds differ from the shot clock and game clock. So I would suspect the Eagles are going to dribble this one out. Take the shot clock violation.
Or just heave it. See if they can get a little lucky shot to go.
Cheerleaders chanting, "This is our house." Smith's going to take the shot clock violation. 3.7 seconds. I was spot on. I said 3.5. It's 3.7. I was spot on.
That's not spot on. That's 0.2 off.
That's spot on.
You think they're going to heave one here?
No.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, maybe. Yep, Johnson's going to fire one at the horn. No good. Eagles win 112-91 in the season opener. Nolan, final thoughts?
I thought Husson came in. They didn't look like this was a season opener. They looked like they played games before they came in. Really clean game from them. They won kind of every battle you can really think of. I think head coach Warren Caruso is going to be really happy with his group. Good game for the Eagles.
Eagles again win 112-91. 112-91. Player of the game, Connor Heald. 20 points, career high.
Yep.
For the sophomore.
I think you got to go look at those two freshmen, though, Walston and Smith. Both of those guys. I mean, Husson's going to be in good hands for the next couple of years with those two guys at the guards.
Full house dissipates now. Eagles open the season 1-0 on the season. They will take on the receiving votes, St. Joseph's College of Maine Monks, on Saturday in the Alumni Cup. That's a 4 o'clock tip. Nolan and I will be here for that one. But until then, be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It may very well change their life. We'll see you next time.